In ancient Athens, landowning men were legally required to serve in the assembly for their city-state, or polis, by appearing in court with their peers to appeal for their interests. This mandatory participation in the Greek government, coupled with low literacy rates, emphasized the importance of oral communication and necessitated learning to speak in the most persuasive way possible, an art known as rhetoric. Rhetoric gained popularity in Athens when the Sophists started training assembly members in the art of persuasive speaking, for a fee, of course. These Sophists were the first rhetoricians, and their teachings helped Greek men advocate for their interests. The Sophists taught many of the Greeks how best to affect their fellow assembly members' beliefs and behaviors, also known as persuasion. There were, however, individuals who objected to the Sophists' business and felt as though they were deceiving the people for personal gain. Notably, Isocrates claimed to be a philosopher like Plato and Socrates, but opened a school of sophistry and was, in practice, a sophist. In Plato's The Gorgias, Socrates claims that rhetoric is nothing but cheap deception, and that the Sophists' teachings don't encompass any legitimate knowledge so much as they cultivate a knack for lying. Plato transcribed Socrates' thoughts in such a way that it became clear how he, too, detested rhetoric. This first generation of philosophers viewed sophistry very negatively, and considered rhetoric a distraction from real philosophical thought. A key difference between the philosophers and sophists lies in their impressions of the truth. Plato, for instance, believed in an absolute truth that exists outside of human thought, while the Sophists believed that truth was relative and could be found in the best argument. This contributed to the unease between the two groups. The following generation of Greek thinker embraced rhetoric, elevating the field from its origins in public appeals into an art worthy of significant academic study by Plato's student, Aristotle. Aristotle strove to find a middle ground between the philosophers and the sophists, and eventually wrote the Ars Rhetorica, which is considered the formal foundation of rhetoric in many academic circles. Aristotle broke from Plato's tradition and claimed rhetoric was not only moral, but necessary for the philosopher to advocate their ideas. He criticized Plato's and Socrates' earlier judgments, declaring that, while persuasion could be used deceptively, it was important to discursive discussion. From early sophistry to Aristotle, Greece stood as the origin of the rhetorical tradition. Rhetoric transformed from political machination to skillful self-advocacy in ancient Greece, allowing for rhetoric to become an intricate and diverse field. This intensive study of persuasive language became a vital part of what we know as communication studies today. From early sophistry to Aristotle, Greece stood as the origin of the rhetorical tradition. Rhetoric transformed from political machination to skillful self-advocacy in ancient Greece, allowing for rhetoric to become an intricate and diverse field. This intensive study of persuasive language became a vital part of what we know as communication studies today.